Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. right here.
Hello and welcome to Rogers TV Community News. I'm Carla Fitzsimmons. Waterloo Regional Police are now treating a suspicious death of a Cambridge woman as a homicide and are appealing to the public for information. On September 12th, the body of 36-year-old Elizabeth Spurgeon was found in West River and the Brant-Waterloo Roads area of North Dumfries Township. No information has been released by police. Investigators want to know Spurgeon's whereabouts in the days leading up to the morning of September 12th. Anyone with information is asked to call the Major Crime Unit or Crime Stoppers. Speed enforcement cameras will soon be coming to an end in Ontario. Premier Doug Ford announced Thursday his government will introduce legislation this fall that will eliminate speed cameras in Ontario.
In a few weeks, our government will introduce legislation to ban speed cameras in Ontario to protect taxpayers and drivers and stop them from being gouged.
The decision comes after Ford spent weeks slamming the cameras at various news conferences.
This is nothing but a tax grab, folks. I've talked to mayors offline. They've even admitted, two of them, yesterday. Yeah, I admit it's a tax grab, but we need money for the roads. They should take out those cameras, all of them. If you want to slow down traffic at school, you put the big, huge signs, big flashing lights, crossing area, people will slow down. This is nothing but a tax grab. I've driven by speed traps aren't even close to school areas. It's nothing but a tax grab. So.
Kitchener Mayor Barry Verbanovic joined the Premier Thursday for the announcement in Vaughan.
As the Mayor of Kitchener, one of Ontario's biggest cities, I take the responsibility of the safety of our residents very seriously. That's why I, along with our Council, have wholeheartedly supported Kitchener's Vision Zero strategy, a long-term plan to reduce serious injuries and death due to traffic collisions to zero in our community. Through our Hotspot Improvement Program in Kitchener, we're using citywide data to understand where the greatest risks exist and understanding them through traffic calming, road reconstruction, and other measures like those being proposed today. It's making a real difference. It was also a big part of the reason why last year in October, the City of Kitchener Council decided not to be part of our region's ASC cameras on our city-owned roadways. We believe that our Vision Zero initiatives, built on a foundation of changing behavior through road design and not punitive measures, has been the best tool to balance safety and affordability for our community.
Ford is suggesting road design changes like more speed bumps, big signs, and flashing lights are more effective ways to slow traffic. But not everyone shares the Premier's opinion of the speed camera program. A 2025 Canadian Automobile Association survey of 1,500 Ontario drivers found 73% support the use of speed cameras, and 76% say they deter speeding. Ontario's police chiefs have penned a letter to Ford insisting the cameras save lives.
In Waterloo Region, municipal speed cameras issued close to 55,000 tickets in the first 6 months of the program.
In the region of Waterloo, it reports since launching its speed camera program in February of this year, the average speeds in school zones have dropped by 15 kilometers an hour. 1 million ready. That is the focus of the region of Waterloo's annual State of the Region address. Tuesday, Regional Chair Karen Redmond spoke about the progress being made throughout the region.
Collectively, times are now more uncertain than usual. We now refer to engaging in an economic war as opposed to a storm. As a community, we stand with one foot in the unknown. What waits around the corner? Better yet, what could be? Bold vision is required to weather the disruption that is being felt around the world, to provide a pathway to the community that could be, the community we want to be. Change is hard. Growth is challenging. Standing firm is hard, especially when there is so much background noise. Nothing big gets done without many minds, many hands, and it takes wisdom from all of us, the visionaries, the thinkers, the leaders, and the doers. Thankfully, we have many minds and many hands, and with that, many transformative projects well underway.
Forecasts still show the municipality is expected to hit the population of 1 million people by 2050. But data shows that the rate of growth has slowed down. Look up. Look way up. If approved by Waterloo Council, a 39-story tower could be built near Waterloo Park, making it the tallest tower proposed or planned in Waterloo.
Currently, right now, 39 stories would be the tallest building in the city, proposed and planned. As of today, there is a proposal, or there was an approved plan for 30 stories at King and John.
The proposal took another step forward on Monday as it passed a public meeting without any major pushback from councillors or members of the public who attended. The tower could be situated across from Waterloo Park and next to Waterloo Public Square. The building would include 412 units of housing.
We are proposing a mix of unit types, including studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom units. It's predominantly 1 bedroom, but about 30%, a third, are 2 bedrooms and greater.
And then can you clarify if it's rental or own condos?
Through the chair, at this time it's to be determined. We haven't applied for a condominium. The desire is to provide it as rental, and that's certainly where the market is today, or is our client sense. But depending on the timelines of how long it actually comes to fruition, that could potentially change.
When you mentioned you're not sure yet if they're going to be condos or rentals, I was kind of under the impression they were going to be condominiums. So when would that decision, like where does that tipping point come when a decision like that? And I'm just curious how that may change anything that you're sharing here tonight.
Thank you, through the chair. That decision will typically be made once we're closer to more detailed building design, much further than the OPA ZBA stage, but you're getting closer to site plan, you're getting closer to building permit to determine the tenure. Frankly, from the function of the building, from the structural design of the building, not much would change based on whether the occupants own or rent. The programming would be largely the same. The amount of amenity space that's provided for them is the same. Their garbage needs, their move-in needs, all those things remain unchanged. So then it really would be a business decision that's made later in the process based on whether there's really a market there for condo.
Okay. And would it be safe to assume that, again, in this kind of current economic conditions that we're in, that one may go ahead quicker than the other, like rental, if it were rental, it may move ahead quicker than condos? Is that sort of a safe assumption?
Through the chair, it's a little bit out of my area of expertise, I have to say, but my understanding of it is that financing is also a very large factor in determining which route to go. If the financing is there to support one or the other, that might mean that path is a shorter path.
Okay. I mean, I asked just because, like I was saying earlier with my question, there's a lot of developments that have been approved. And the last number I got from staff was that across the whole city, we have 4,300 housing units fully approved, fully permitted, ready to go. So I think I can speak for council and staff when we say the sooner shovels get in the ground, the better, is really the reason why I'm asking. So thank you.
Zoning bylaws will have to be adjusted to make room for this project. The plans will come back to council chambers for consideration and eventual approvals at a later date. On September 30th, Woodland Cultural Center in Brantford officially unveils the former Mohawk Institute's residential school as an interpretive historic site.
So on September 30th, after a decade-long construction project, we are unveiling the Mohawk Institute, which was the longest-running residential school in Canadian history, as a site of conscience, as a site of education. We've spent over $25 million on the building itself, and that includes interpretation. So when folks go through the building, there's historic photos, there's listening stations with testimony from survivors, there's videos, and both historic artifacts and belongings and reproduction pieces, and lots of quotes and first-hand accounts from survivors throughout the building. So on the 30th, people are getting a bit of a preview of that because we do expect a large number of people here. We're definitely encouraging people to take this as sort of just a first visit because there is so much to go through in the building. It's quite large. It's over 60,000 square feet. So we definitely want people to see this as an opportunity to learn a little bit and to return. In addition to opening the building, we have arts-based programming that helps people to think about what reconciliation means to them. We have our Indigenous Arts exhibition, which is the 50th anniversary of that exhibition open. And then we also have our historical exhibition space that people can go through. And we have 2 socials. And socials are basically an opportunity for people to dance, but our dances are based in different teachings and knowledges. So it's an opportunity for people actually to learn some of those dances and learn about, essentially some of the ways that we express joy. Mm-hmm. And I've given a lot of thought to this and the concept of joy and humor in our communities. It's really, really important. And I think it is such a beautiful act of protest to continue to be joyful and to celebrate all that we have and all that we hold dear at the site of a residential school, at a place that was meant to take all of that away from us.
The one message, and I think everybody knows this, is that we have to do more.
The puck drops this upcoming October for the 12th year. Hockey Helps the Homeless Waterloo region has made a big impact.
So up to this year, we've raised $2.5 million, just over $2.5 million. So we're hoping this year to be able to invest another $350,000, which would mean that would be over $2.9 million. Invested into the homeless programs in the Waterloo region.
One Roof, we're there to provide shelter and supportive housing for youth ages 16 to 25 who are currently unhoused. So, emergency stays and then long-term housing with a program that goes along with that. Hockey Helps the Homeless is a huge contributor to our programming. There's lots of programming that I don't think would be running without that donation every year, especially our daytime services. So that's our drop-in program, wraparound supports from our staff, including, employment resources, education resources, things like that.
And what we're doing is we're investing in these programs to really make a difference as much as we can to help the homelessness. For me, it's the satisfaction of being able to take a group of players, so we have over 250 players that will be playing this year, and saying to myself, that group likely would not be motivated to help the homeless in our community because that's just, may not be, they've never been asked to do that. So we're able to take that group, we're able to say to them, hey, we can give you the ability to do it, have an amazing day playing hockey, and as well, you can make a difference in helping the homeless in the community by going out and fundraising. So we take that group of 250, they get over close to 3,000 donors in the community to help make a difference.
What's cool about Hockey Helps the Homeless is this committee really cares, not only about raising funds for the 6 charity partners, which is amazing, but also about the event itself. They really care about the experience that the players, the volunteers, the spectators all have, and they want to make it bigger and better every year and make sure that they're raising those funds.
We can still use some free agents. So if you're out there and you like to play hockey and you want to experience an amazing day, and maybe you've got a couple other buddies that you play with once a week and you make up that high-scoring line, you can sign up and you can be part of our day. And just need to contact Rob Way at rogers.com and we'll get them going. And then the other thing that I would say is, if you're out there in the community and you know somebody that plays in the tournament, don't wait for them to ask you. Send them a note and say, hey, I know you're in this tournament. I know they do amazing things. Can I donate and make a difference?
Thanks for watching. I'm Carla Fitzsimmons. Have a great weekend.